Guys, thank you very much for being here. We're going to start with a new class, in this case, false friends number 6. This is the 6th class that we do of this topic. If you want to check, in this case, the previous class, you can go to my YouTube channel, in this case, Teacher en Línea. Okay, that's the name. You can visit in this case, the YouTube channel here. The name is like this. We are 1,100 subscribers. Okay, so yes, the channel is growing, and I hope that you can help me supporting it. Also, remember that we have here the official website also. It is teacherinlinea.com. You will find a lot of information there related to, in this case, English tips, pronunciation, maybe grammar too. You will find there also the repetition of the classes. And if you are interested in personalized classes or group classes, in this case taught by me, you can go there and you'll find all the information about the group classes. Remember that our next group starts on April 2nd. Okay, we have 4 levels. All the information is there. So let's start in this case with the first part. Um, Remember that full friends are, in this case, words that look very similar to words in Spanish, but the meaning is different. Okay, it looks very similar to Spanish, but the meaning is different. For example, we're going to start here with parade. Parade. Guys, what does parade mean? Let's start with this first word. Do you have any idea what parade means? Okay, what does it mean? Sarita, why? Why can't you watch the repetitions? Why? Okay, parade. In this case, we're talking about let's say, for example, a march or a procession. This is like a big event where people start, for example, marching. Or maybe there is a display of something like, I don't know, maybe a cars that has a lot of decorations. And like, for example, in the case of the carnivals, if you have watched like Rio de Janeiro's carnival, there is a big parade. Now, in the case of that parades, they come from military parades, okay, or army parades. Yes, in the past, that was very common. The governments used to do this, okay, because they wanted to show all their army power, okay. So the people that were marching there were only soldiers, are people that were part of the army or the navy or things like that. So that's where it comes from. But nowadays, this have come like more for fun things, right? Maybe there are some parades to show, for example, dances or cars with a lot of decorations. It got a lot of things. So now parades have changed a little of its themes, and it's okay. I think it's something that is very attractive too. All countries have like big parades, very massive parades. These are big events where people are, in this case, uh, displaying something. Okay, in this case, we have here parades. Now, guys, how do you say parada? How do you say parada in English? Okay, for example, in the case of parada de autobús, for example, no? How do you say that, guys? If you're in a bus or if you want to take a bus, where should you wait for the bus? What's the name of this? Okay. A bus station, yeah, it could be possible, but it's a little different in Spanish. But the word would be bus stop, right? So, guys, remember, if you're talking about parada, o parada de autobús, we're using bus stop, or just stop. Okay, bus stop. And then we have here parade, parade. Okay, remember, we have parade, and then we have bus stop, bus stop. Now, guys, give me some words. Oh, sorry. Give me some sentences using these two words. You can use parade or you can use bus stop. Okay, give me some sentences. Think about it. Remember that this is not a standard English class. Okay, this is not just for, oh, teacher, I want to listen what you have to teach. No, in this case, these are classes where you should start participating. This is more like a practice class. So I've gave you these two words. Now, please give me think about some sentences using these two words, and I'll be glad to help you with this. Oh, I need to turn on the. Give me a sec. Okay, bus stop and parade. Is there any specific parades that you are attracted to? I would like to go, for example, to Rio de Janeiro's carnival. Yeah. Rio de Janeiro's carnival is a very big parade. Yeah, very big parade. What else? Ba-da-ba-bum. When do you have parades in your country, guys? When do you have parades in your country? Let's see. Okay, I think everything is okay. Let's start reading your comments. Let's see. Ah, where is the bus stop? Yes, very good. Tomorrow is a parade in the town. Tomorrow is a parade downtown, maybe downtown. Okay, Sarita. No, but really? Okay. Well, you can be here. Well, I'm waiting 20 minutes at the bus stop. At the bus stop. Where is the bus stop? And, or maybe you can say, where is the nearest? Could you tell me where the nearest bus stop is? Okay, where is the nearest bus stop? Use another possibility too. I'll be there at the bus stop at 3 p.m. Yes, very good. Exactly, very good. I participated in the spring parade. Yes, there's a lot of countries that celebrate spring, in this case, with parades. That they like to organize big parades. No, we have like the spring, um, the spring queen and the spring king, right? Okay, bus stop. Yes, Sarita, that's the meaning. What else? I participated in the bus stop. Okay. In Xmax, there's always a Coca-Cola parade in my city. Yes. And Christmas. In Christmas. Yeah, okay. In Christmas. Yes, that's right. That's a Coca-Cola parade is very big too. It's very, very, very huge. Is Coca-Cola parade celebrated in New York, I think? Could you tell me where the bus stop is? Yes, very good, Jen. I'll go to the bus stop at 2 p.m. or maybe I'll be. You can also say I'll be at the bus stop at 2 p.m. Very good. I have a bus stop near my house. No, we don't say something like that. It's when you say I have, it's like it's part of your property. So maybe it is better to say there is a bus stop near my house. Okay, there is. Every day I have to go at the university. In this case, Kevin, I have to go to the university every day so that I have to take the bus stop. Yep. In the bus stop is okay too, but what is more common to say is the second one at the bus stop. Kitty, welcome. Good morning. Limon, welcome. Nice to have you here. The bus stop is near my house. Yes. It's very near to. It's very near to my house. No, sorry. It's very near my house. It would be like the possibility. Nessa, good morning. There were a lot of parades. A lot of parades in Carnival. Yes. Okay. Sherilyn, hello. I found a wallet in the bathtub. Yeah. Grace, hello. Peru, Art, hello. I enjoy to dance in winter parade. I enjoy to dance in winter parade. Yes. Okay, Limon, welcome. I take the bus to work every day. Oma, it always gets crowded. Or period. Okay, I live far from the Norris bus stop. Wow, yeah, that's a very specific description. Very nice. We have a Coca-Cola Christmas parade, but I am not from New York City. I am from Monterrey, Mexico. Okay, great. I've heard that there's a lot of beautiful women in Monterrey, right? Now, but you live in the Coca-Cola Christmas parade is in New York, right? Or are you or is there another one in Monterrey? I don't understand that part very well. Well, guys, let's continue with the dictation. Okay, let's see the next word. Let's see the next sentence. Okay, okay. The annual parade attracted many spectators. The annual parade attracted many spectators. Oh, give me a second. Okay, one moment, guys. One moment. Give me a second. I have a problem with the connection. Okay, let's see. I have taken, Jenny. I have taken the same bus for about 3 years ago. For about 3 years, nothing else. I have taken the same bus for about 3 years. Okay, guys, listen. Okay, the annual parade attracted many spectators. The annual parade attracted many spectators. The annual parade attracted many spectators. You gotta listen and write, guys. Listen and write. Okay, Luz. Thank you. Welcome to today's class. Luz Mine del patrón. Okay, very nice. The annual parade attracted many spectators. Come on, guys, you can do it. You can do it. It's Friday, so you gotta finish this week. Okay, participating a lot. Okay, it's just the last effort. The annual parade attracted many spectators. Okay, so you gotta listen to these parts and then we'll start writing it down. Okay, so let's see. Okay, number one, the annual. The annual. Okay, the annual parade. The annual parade. Look at this. Attracted. Okay, the annual parade attracted many spectators. Okay, that's in this case the sentence. The annual. The annual. What does annual mean? Something that we do once in a year. Okay, annual. 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 Annual parade. Let's continue now with number two. Okay, second false friend. Okay, second false friend. Annual, something that we do once a year. Okay, number two, we have here soap. What does soap mean, guys? What does soap mean? What does it mean, guys? So, okay. What do you use soap for? Okay, we use a soap to wash our hands, for example, right? We use the soap to wash our face. We use the soap to take a shower. Yes. Now, second meaning. When we're talking about soap opera, guys, do you remember what does soap opera mean? Soap opera? What does soap opera mean, guys? Okay, we have soap. Yes, we know this. We use this for, in this case, for cleaning, for washing, and then we have here soap operas. Okay, these are TV programs, okay? These are TV programs. And sometimes when you are in a conversation, it's very common that people would say, "Hey, I like to watch soap operas," or some other people just say, "I like to watch soaps." I like to watch soaps. Okay, so we can say that, no? I don't know. They can say, let's say, La Usurpadora. Okay, La Usurpadora is a popular soap opera. Soap opera. Okay, soap opera. Or we can say, in this other case, La Usurpadora is a so popular soap. So also soap is like the short name that we have. Okay, that the full name is soap opera. Okay, soap opera like this. This is the full name. But we can also say, hey, I like to watch soaps. I like to watch soaps. Oh, that's my favorite soap. That's like the short name. Okay. Now, how do you say sopa, guys, in English? How would you say sopa in English? Okay, Nessa, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you for your support. What in this case is the name for the other one? In this other case, we have soup. Very good. We have here soup. Yeah, so try not to confuse these two words, okay? Don't confuse these two words. We have soap, and then we have here soup. Again, soap, and then we have here soup. Soap, soup, soap, soup. Yes, that's in this case the two words that we have here. Guys, please give me some sentences using soap and soup. Yes, give me some sentences, write some sentences in the chat using these two words. Okay, Gabriela, yes, you can look for the information here, teacherinlinea.com. You can go there and then you will see two options, okay? In this case, personalized classes or group classes. Yeah, and it's up to you which one would you like to ask for more information. Okay, teacherinlinea.com. .com. This is my official website, guys. This is my official website. Okay, sentences using soap and soup. Guys, I gotta tell you that I don't like to, in this case, eat the soup. Okay, I don't like to eat the soup. I don't know why, but I think it's not my favorite type of food. Yes, it's not my favorite type of food. One moment. Let's read your sentences now, guys. Remember to keep tapping on the screen. Keep tapping on the screen, share the live, please. It helps a lot. And let's start reading your sentences. Okay, Jenny, I washed my hands with soap before. and after making my food. Okay, making food. Yeah, you can say just making food. Before and after making food. I like to use liquid soap to wash my hands before eating delicious food. Okay, Rose, very good. And I drop my liquid soap hand. Okay. Maybe we can say I drop my liquid hand soap. I like to eat soup. Great. I use Simon. Hello, how are you doing? I used to soap and I used soap and an scrubber to wash dishes all the time. Okay, that's good too. I don't like soap is to drama. I don't like soap. I don't like soaps. You can say like I don't like soap operas. Okay. I don't like soap operas. I prefer dramas. I prefer dramas. Okay. Yeah, but again, we have soap and soup. Soap, soup. Very, very similar. Next one. I drank a hot soup with my parents. Okay. Okay. I drank hot soup. That's all. I drank hot soup with my parents. Babies love the soup. No, I don't think so. My favorite soup is clam shoulder. Clam shoulder. Um, I don't understand. I'm not sure. That's not the best word there, I suppose. I don't like soap. I prefer soap. I prefer drama than soap or to soap, no? I prefer drama to soap. I like my mom is satisfied with the final chapter of her favorite soap opera. With the final chapter. She loves watching her favorite soap every evening after work. Okay, Sherilyn, great. I like to eat beef soup with vegetables and tortillas. Yes, okay. Are you sure, Simon? Like clam shoulder? I'm not sure. What's that? I know what clam is, but clam shoulder doesn't make sense. My mother always tells me to wash my hands with soap before eating something. Great, user. I like I like the soup. I like vegetable soup, maybe. No? I like to eat or to drink vegetable soup. Okay. Angie, this is a practice class. We're practicing. That's the idea. When you're going to and ing is for present, simple present. Or if you have any question about ing, I can help you. When you're gonna when you're gonna go to, where you're gonna go take a bath. Yeah, where you're gonna take and take your own soup is take your own soap. It's different to soup. I wash my hands with soap and warm water. Wow, that's good. It's great. I'm from Peru. I watch I watch soaps every night. Anna, welcome. I used to eat soup. I used to eat soup in my childhood. Okay. How much money is needed to stay in your country per week, including a pretty air decent Airbnb? I don't know for work. I mean tourists, for tourists as a tourist, or if you want to, you're talking about like a person that is living here. Oh, that's really cool. I'm sure I've never heard about that, but that's very nice, Simon. Okay, I prefer shower gel than to soap. Okay, great. Let's continue, guys, with the following sentence. Okay, listen and write the next sentence in the chat. Okay, okay. Let's see. Liquid soap is often common. Mhm. Is often preferred in public restrooms. Okay. Liquid soap is often preferred in public restrooms. Listen and write, guys. Mm, again, liquid soap is often preferred in public restrooms. Okay, Marty, you are every day at live on TikTok. Yes, most most of the days. But related to this kind of classes, these are just only in 3 days. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11 a.m. Peru's time. In this case, or New York's time too, no? Okay, Ska, hello, welcome. Again, listen and write. Liquid soap is often preferred in public restrooms. Liquid soap is often preferred in public restrooms. Liquid soap is often preferred in public restrooms. Okay, let's see if you write this word. Oh, oh, give me a second. Liquid soap is often preferred in public restrooms. Let's see. Uh, okay, that's very good. That's very good. That's the idea, Mati. That's the idea. Just learn little by little. Detergent here in the US is to do the laundry. Ah, yes, exactly. That's another thing. A total different thing. Okay, very good. Liquid. Yeah. Moni Danny, welcome. Okay, very good, guys. Let's continue with this sentence. Okay. Um, liquid. Again, liquid. Liquid soap. Liquid soap is often or often. Okay, depending on what kind of English or accent do you and you have. In this case, often, I prefer to say often, but you will also listen to this word as often, often or often, especially in British English. Often, yes, it's very common. Liquid soap is often preferred, okay, preferred in public restrooms. Very good. Very good. Now, as you can see here, we don't pronounce the letter E, okay? In this case, yes, we pronounce the letter E. Attracted, attracted. But in the second case, we don't do it. Preferred, preferred, preferred. Letter D, preferred. Okay? We don't pronounce the letter E there. Number three. Okay. Have you already had lunch, guys? Had breakfast? Okay, let's talk about something that we usually eat and for breakfast. In this case, this is jam. What does jam mean, guys? Okay. Sarita, I don't know. Maybe you have to turn off and turn on your cell phone. There's something wrong with you. I don't know, with your cell phone, I suppose. Okay, we have here jam. Jam. What does jam mean, guys? Jelly. Yeah, it's very similar to jelly. Okay, very similar. Yeah. A liquid soap is often used in restaurants. Yes. A liquid soap is often used in restaurants. Very good. Okay, guys, in this case, jam, it has different meanings. Number one, we're talking about these delicious ingredient we put to bread, right? Well, I like, for example, to in this case, to spread jelly on my bread. Okay, I like to spread jelly on my bread. It's very delicious. My favorite one is strawberry jam. Okay, but you have like different options there. You have, in this case, strawberry. You have a orange jam, and you can make jam out of any fruit. Okay, out of any fruit. You would be like very surprised that if you have a fruit, you can do this. Do you know how to prepare or how to make, in this case, jam? It's not very complicated, eh? It's not very complicated. Not very, it's very easy. Relatively easy. Okay. Spread jelly and peanut butter on my bread. Okay, I spread jelly and peanut butter. I peanut butter. I've never tried that combination, but that's a good one. It sounds good. Okay. My cat. Yes, we're gonna go to that point. Don't worry. Now, this is the first meaning, okay? This is something that we eat for breakfast, especially for breakfast or maybe for dinner, right? Number two, number two, we're talking about traffic congestion. Traffic congestion. For example, we can have a traffic jam. I'm really sorry, but at this moment I'm in a traffic jam. I can't get to the office early. Okay. I've been in this traffic jam for an hour. Yes. So jam is or refers to, in this case, to traffic congestion. Traffic congestion. Yes, very good. That's in this case number two. And maybe number three, I've this is not very common, but it refers when something is stuck. Like when you have a printer and the paper is stuck, we can also say that, oh, I have a jam. And in the case of in the case um of my printer because it's stuck. Okay, so it also refers to that. Yes, very good. Now, guys, how would you say in this case jamón? How would you say jamón in English? Okay, jam is not jamón in English, guys. Please don't confuse this word. That's why it is called a false friend. It is a false friend because it's very similar to jamón, but that is not the meaning. Okay, what's the correct meaning in this case? Is ham. Very good. Ham. Ham is a very special type of meat. Okay, ham is a special type of meat. In this case, this is pork. But ham is from a specific part of the pig. Do you know, guys, where do we get ham? Which part of the pig uh, does ham come from? Which part of the pig? Okay, there is a special part in the case of a pig. Which which part? I like to eat a turkey ham. Okay, the leg. Yes, the leg. Yes, Sarita, very good. You're back to YouTube. Very good. Okay, ham. Okay, so remember, ham for breakfast. Yes, bread and butter and jam. Okay, and then we have here ham. Okay, ham is in this case this special type of meat that comes from the leg. the leg of the, in this case, of the pig. Okay. Yes, very good. Very good. When I am hungry at work, I prepare slice with muddy jam and why? Hungry? I don't know. There's a word that is not clear. Guys, give me some sentences using jam and ham. Jam, ham. Jam, ham. Give me some sentences, guys. I want to see your sentences in the chat. I want to see what you have for me. Okay. Sentences using jam and ham. Jam and ham. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Let's check what we have here. Or when you like a song, this is my hand. Ah, yeah, yes, very nice, Rose. Very nice. That's very that's more informal thing, but it's perfect. Yes, you got a good level of English. Something jammed in my car. Oh, okay, it's a scan. Yeah, that's in this case jam as a verb. Great. You know a lot of things, guys. I love pineapple jam made in Costa Rica. Garrison, hello, how are you doing? Please don't talk a lot and make more practice. I'm getting bored. Okay, Blue. You know, no, not all the people knows exactly what that word means. So, but I want to see your sentences then. For instance, my hand can just go jam. Ah, okay. Ah, jam. Yes, when you're talking about when you're closing a car, no? Yes, door. Yes, that is jam too. Okay, great. I remember that. Thank you. I want to see your sentences, guys. I bought, in this case, I bought ham at the store. Very good. That is bought, not brought. I like peanut butter and jam sandwiches. Okay. I feel like to eat strawberry jam. Great. Jam is so sweet, so I prefer eating salty ham. Great, Ska. I like jam, I suppose, or ham with coffee. I like peanut butter and jam bread with coffee. I like jam with bread. I am in a traffic jam for more than an hour. For more than an hour, so I ate my sandwich. Okay, with made with delicious ham. Great, Rose. Yeah, I speak Spanish. That's my mother, my first language. I want a cheeseburger without onion and ham, please. Okay, I would like to eat white toast with blueberry jam. She won a prize for her peach jam. Peach jam, really? Yeah, that's delicious. There is something jammed in my cart, and I'm trying to get it fixed. Yes, very good. Very good and advanced sentence. I like to listen to music when there is when I'm in the traffic jam. Okay, or when I'm stuck in the traffic jam. Ah, yes, yes, don't worry. That's why I'm here. Okay. Um, yes, very good, Gersan. Good to know. I love jam, but I don't eat it for because of my health. Okay. I love jam. That's all. Yes, Alex, I speak Spanish, but today the rule is only English Friday. I can't speak English today. Just I can't speak Spanish today, just English because it's only English Friday. Okay, very good, very good. How long, how much time do you consider the student have a fluent English? I don't know, maybe a year, 2 years, depending on how much you practice. Okay, sorry, I don't know why. I have no idea, Sarita, what is the problem. I'm really sorry. Guys, let's continue with the following sentence. See, next sentence, guys. Next sentence. Okay. Mm, she spent the morning making homemade jam. She spent the morning making homemade jam. She spent the morning making homemade jam. Listen. All right. She spent the morning making homemade jam. Homemade. Homemade jam. Okay. I love strawberry with a jam with peanut butter. Great. I love it. Okay, great. She spent the morning making homemade jam. Okay. I love English jam. I love it. I wanted to find it. Okay, very good. Very good, Liz. She spent the morning making homemade jam. Okay. She spent the morning making homemade jam. Okay, GTA, what if you have any observations, you can tell me. I will be glad to listen to you. I know that I need to improve my English, but if you can help me, just with that sentence, it isn't clear. Everyone wants to, in this case, anyone needs help, right? So just a general sentence doesn't help a lot. Okay, she spent the money. Okay, she spent the morning, sorry, making homemade jam. Okay, hello, Edgo. Nice to have you here. Well, guys, let's write it down. Let's write it down, okay? In this case, we have here, remember, we have here spend, she spent. And what is the simple past of spend? Because we're talking about something that was in the past. What is the simple past of spend? What in this case is the simple past? She spent. She spent. Okay, she spent the whole morning. She spent the morning. Okay, she spent the morning making homemade. Guys, what does homemade mean? Homemade. Yeah. Okay, what does it mean? Homemade. Homemade. What does homemade mean? Yes, okay. It's related to this, huh? Home. Home. What does it mean? Okay. Something that is made, something that is made with your own hands. Very good. Excellent. Very good description. She prepared it with her own hands. Yes, with her own hands. Yes, great. Excellent, guys. Excellent. Perfect. Perfect. Let's continue with the next part. Look at this one. Okay. In this case, we're talking about spend. Spend the morning. Spend the morning. Okay. Spend the morning. What does spend the morning mean? She was all the morning preparing or making the jam. Okay. So she was all the morning doing it. That's the meaning of spend the morning. She spent all the morning also now. And remember, if this is simple present, imagine. Teacher, but it's difficult because I can distinguish between she spent the morning, she spent the morning, she spent the morning, and she spent the morning. It's very, very similar. So how can I, in this case, identify this that this is past tense. How can I identify it? How can I do it? Look at this. This is third person. Okay, this is third person. So if this were in a present tense, we need to add here spends. Okay, she spends the morning. We can say that. She spends the morning because this is third person. She spends the morning. But again, this is not possible. She spent the morning is not possible. So we have only this spend the morning. Now, other thing, maybe we can say here, I. I spend the morning. But when you're talking about, in this case, present tense, you need to indicate, in this case, something that is a routine. So we can say like, I spend every morning. I spend, I don't know, I always spend the morning. I sometimes spend the morning. So you have to indicate that something is like a routine. Okay, so that's why it needs more. It needs more. Well, let's continue with the next sentence. Yes. In this case, word number four, in this case, will be this one. Okay, this one. Arena. What does arena mean, guys? Okay, what does arena mean? Okay, pay attention to the pronunciation, guys. Okay, arena. Okay. Yeah, but this is something related to events. Again, if in this case, if you want to do a big event like a basketball game or like a concert, okay, in this case, you can use or you can go or you can organize a big concert or a big game, a big basketball game, for example, in an arena, okay, in an arena. So, so what is the difference? What is the difference between arenas and stadiums? There is, they are very similar, yes, but the only difference between arenas and stadiums are that stadiums have a higher capacity, okay? One, stadiums have a higher capacity, and two, that in this case, arenas are covered, okay? They are covered. In most of the cases, arenas are for indoor games, like basketball, volleyball, hockey. In that kind of situations for indoor games, that obviously most of the arenas have in this case, a roof. Okay, most of them, not all of them, okay, because we have a lot of exceptions. But most of them, in this case, are for indoor games or they have a lower capacity in this case, okay? Now, in the other case, we have stadiums. Stadiums, okay, in this case, are for outdoor sports, no? Like soccer, or in the case of baseball. Okay, in that case, we have stadiums. And two, they have a bigger capacity. Okay, they are obviously larger. Yes, that's in this case the difference between arenas and stadiums. But you know, there's a lot of exceptions. Yeah, there is not like the specific rule. If that rule is for most of the places, most of the venues, but you will find some arenas that are, for example, open. Okay, and they don't have roofs, for example, but they are called arenas. Okay, and yeah, that's in this case some of the differences to identify them. Now, in the past, arenas. where the central part of, for example, in the case of the Romans, yes, when they had a gladiators fight, or in the case of an amphitheatrum, the central part, okay, was called the arena too. Okay, that's in this case the arena too. So that's what this word comes from. Okay, from the Romans when they had these big events, like in the case of the Colosseum, the Roman Colosseum, or other amphitheatrums, and the main part or the central part of this was the arena too. Guys, how do you say arena in English? How would you say arena in English? Oh, moment. Okay, great, great. Yes, very good. That was an easy one, right? Guys, give me some sentences using arena and sand here. Think about some sentences, some examples. Arena and sand. I don't like to go to the beach, guys, because well, beaches are very beautiful. We have very beautiful beaches in around all South America and Central America too. But the only problem is the sand, guys. I don't like when after am done swimming uh, in the ocean, going back because I'm wet and all the sand is on my foot, it's on my body. Yeah, it's very uncomfortable. And it gets, and you will find, and you could find sand in all your body. Okay, even inside your swimsuit, swimming suit. Okay, give me a second. Tu, 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 tu. No, okay. Okay, sentences using arena and sand. Oh my God, give me a second, guys. I need to check. One of my students have sent me a message about talking about his schedule, his class. Where are you? Where are you? Okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. Let's start reading. Okay. I want to see a game at the arena. Yeah. The sand of the sea is soft. No, the sand isn't soft. It's very annoying. Okay. Sand is very soft on the beaches of Cancun. What, what do you call soft? Soft is I went to the Romeo's concert in New York's arena. Okay, I don't like to be in the arena because it's so sandy. Okay, I went to see the Ed Sheeran to in Phoenix arena. The concert was in a huge arena. Great. I went to the beach and made a sand castle. Yes, make a castle with with the sand or made a sand castle. In my country, Coma, we have the sands mountains, or mountains of sand. We have sand mountains. My my son's graduation was in the arena. Really? Kids are playing in the sand. There was so much sand on the arena floor. Okay, arena's floor. The sand of River Maya is beautiful. Okay, yeah, I can admit that sand is beautiful. Yeah, sand is soft. I don't know. I like to make sandcastle with my son. And the beaches in Cancun have got very pretty soft sand, resulting that arena doesn't have sand and the sand is on the beach. My sister loves walking barefoot on the sand. Okay, very good sentence, Charlene. In my city, there's a huge arena, but we don't have natural places with sand. Okay, great. Okay, Jefferson, hello. Nice to have you here. Okay, okay, very good. Sentence, guys. Sentence for you. Sentence for you. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay. The concert was held in a large arena. 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 Okay, that's the sentence, guys. Remember to write the sentence in English. Don't translate, please. The concert was held in a large arena. I went to the beach and made a sandcastle. Okay, great. I like it. The sand was so wet in the arena that it has been a little hard for players to play. Okay, very nice. The concert was held in a large arena. Okay. Del Valle, hello, how are you doing? Guys, please remember to keep tapping on the screen. Okay, keep tapping on the screen. Share the live, it helps a lot. Okay, the concert was held in a large arena. Great, very good, very good. Now, let's continue with the next part. The concert, okay, was held. Guys, this is a very good verb, okay? Was held. In this case, we use, this is the past of hold, and held. What does it mean in this situation, guys? The concert was held, okay, in a large arena. What does, in this case, held mean? Take place. Very good. That's another very good, another very good collocation. Okay, to take place. Okay, or to be organized. Okay, yes, to be performed in a good in a large concert in a large arena. Okay, very good. For you, you said the large in a large arena. Yes, a large. It's a very common way to in the large, no? In a large. In in a large. Well, let's continue with the next one. Next sentence. Next sentence. Oh, next false friend in this case is this one, costume. What does costume mean, guys? What does costume mean? Okay, what do you think? What does costume mean? Okay, yes, that's right. When we're talking about costume, in this case, this is clothing for a specific event. Yes. Okay. It could be like, for example, in the case of in a play. If you're an actor or an actress for and you're participating in a play or in a movie, you need to wear a costume. Okay. If you are performing a play, you should wear a costume. That is number one. Number two, costume is referred to as some specific dates, no? Like for example, in the case of Halloween, people used to wear, in this case, people like to wear, in this case, costumes on Halloween, right? Yeah, we can use a costume for that kind of things. Or maybe we can talk about costume party. Yes, people dress up with, I don't know, different kind of clothes for these kind of parties. Now, in the other case, costumes are related to clothing, related to maybe traditions. In the case of a dance, for example, this is very common in the case of a school, right? Um, I used to dance, and the day of the presentation, the day of the performance, I remember that we had to rent some costumes, traditional costumes. Yes, so if you're going to dance, for example, you need to wear a costume. Okay, that's something a little different. Okay, this is like traditional costumes. Okay, traditional clothing. Now, if I want to talk about costumbre, what in this case is the correct word? How do you say costumbre in English, guys? How do you say that in English? Okay, traditions. Yeah, it could be possible. Okay, but it has a relation. They are related, but the correct word is custom. The custom. Well, custom, custom, custom. Uh, uh. Okay, we have the schwa here. Custom, custom. In this other case, we have this costume, costume. There is I sound, like an E sound. Costume, 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 custom, custom, costume, custom, custom. Okay, guys, give me some sentences using, in this case, costume and custom. Custom. Well, custom has other meanings too, no? But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about custom as costumbres. Okay, costumbre, costumbre, costumbres. And yes, tradition is a good synonym too. Okay, think about some of the words that you can, these two words, and try to make some sentences there. But you can also refer to a car with a car with. Yes, okay, but in this case, um, when we're talking about aduanas, we're talking about customs. Okay, or custom department. You can refer to a car, but like I have a costume. Oh, really? Ah, no, that is a customized. Okay. Many people costume has romance a sister. No, but in this case, that's not the correct way to use a costume. Costume is not a verb, guys. This is not a verb, and this is not a verb too. Okay. In this situation, they are not verbs. Okay. They are nouns. Also, well, costume is a verb too, but when we're talking about costumbres, that is a noun. Okay. Um, I need to buy a costume for Halloween, yes? What is a custom? I don't know, Spanish. Ah, custom is like tradition, something that we do because of some a cultural thing. It's like a cultural thing. Like when you greet someone, what is a traditional way to greet someone or to say goodbye? She always. No, guys, you're not using this is not a verb. My custom is to celebrate my birthday with my family. Custom, guys, we don't say custom in this case as a verb. Acostumbra. Es costumbre, but we don't say acostumbrar, guys. Don't confuse that. Okay, my that's why I always tell you guys, try not to, in this case, translate from Spanish to English. Okay, it's very obvious when you're translating from Spanish to English because you try to use word by word all what you want to say, and that's not a very good way. If you're in basic level, yes, but if you want to get to intermediate or advanced level, translating word by word is not the best way to in this case, use English. My custom is to celebrate my birthday with my family. Yeah, okay, I like it. But in this case, it's not like I like no that is not like a very natural way that a person, um, an American person would say that. It's more like I like to celebrate or I prefer to celebrate. My children like to wear costumes for Halloween costumes. I love my custom and my traditions of uh, of my beautiful land of Puerto Rico. I love the customs and traditions. I love the customs and traditions of my beautiful island. It's our custom or tradition to rent a costume for the party in Halloween. Yes, very good, Rose. Your customs are different from mine. Each country has its own costumes and traditions. Customs and traditions. Very good. Okay. Don't, okay. I costume go to visit. No, we don't say that. My kid got dressed. Okay, or wore in this case, wore a costume for on his birthday. My kid wore a costume or dress up a costume. Okay. Costume, as I told you, costume is for, in this case, to dress up with, I don't know, other special clothing for events, for example. In the case of Halloween, we dress or we wear costumes. In the case of theater or movies, we wear costumes. Yes, for the actors wear costumes. And in the case of traditional dances, for example, they you need to wear a costume. Okay. Habit is different from costume. Beliefs. The dancer costumes were made by a very famous artist. Okay, great. By a very famous artist. Beliefs in this case is the answer, Gerson. I like to eat lentils. Okay. It's hard to understand costume and custom. Yes, that's the idea. And that's why, guys, that's why if this is difficult for you, if this is difficult for you, translation is not very recommended. Okay, that's why if you say no, if translation helped me, translation saved my life all the every time. No, in this case, what you need to do is to go to a dictionary, go to ChatGPT, you go to a dictionary and ask, give me the meanings. Okay, in which situations should I use that? And what you have to do in that case is to try to analyze the word in a more deeper way. Okay, in a deeper way. That's what you need to do. Yeah, it's like when you are studying, okay, studying, I don't know, an animal, okay, and you are start like checking, oh, it has this part, this is this is its head, these are the legs, and things like that. You are studying that. It's the same when you don't understand a word in a correct way. Go to the dictionary. That translator is not always helpful, guys. It's not always helpful. You are going to. It's safe time. It sometimes help us, but it's not the solution, guys. If you're using or depending only on the translator, you won't see any advancement. You won't see any advance. Okay. My son loves the Spider-Man costume. No, maybe we can say my son loves his Spider-Man costume. No, for costume, no, because costume is something related to traditions, beliefs. Yes. There are many similar words, both words. Yes, that's why. In that case, we can call that also minimal pairs. Minimal pairs are very. Sometimes they are pronounced. They even have the same pronunciation. Okay, guys, listen to the following sentence. She wore a witch costume for Halloween. 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 Okay. There are some much weird costumes in my country. Yeah, I suppose. I suppose it would be interesting to talk about that in a if there is an opportunity. That was my mistake. About what, Shirley? Okay. Okay. Continue, guys. Continue. She wore a which costume for Halloween? I made a costume for my brother's Halloween party. Okay, great. She made a witch. She wore a big witch costume for Halloween. Okay, come on, guys. Maybe the witch is prohibited in the chat. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, let's see. Let's write it down, guys. Let's write it down. Yeah, it doesn't allow it. Yeah, I don't know why, but it doesn't allow it. But thank you very much for participating. In this case, we have here what is the word? Okay, she wore. Look at this. Okay, simple past of wear. We have wear, and then we have wore. She wore. Okay, she wore a. I suppose this is the problem, right? This is the problem. Costume for Halloween. Okay, I don't have space. For Halloween. Okay, I just write it. I'm gonna write it this way. Okay, Halloween. Okay, great. Great, 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 great. Let's continue, guys. Let's continue. Okay. Yes. I don't know why, but TikTok is so sensitive sometimes. Let's continue. Next sentence. Next sentence. Look at this. Okay. The next false friend is discuss. What does discuss mean, guys? Okay, Lina, welcome. Nice to have you here. Okay, guys, what does discuss mean in this case? Discuss. This could be like very similar to Spanish, no? But what is the correct meaning in this case of discuss? Okay, having an argument. No, no, that's in this case the one that is not correct. Okay, discuss. Discuss is when you're talking about a topic. Okay, when you're talking about a topic. In this case, you are exchanging ideas, you are exchanging concepts with other people about a specific topic. Having a conversation. Yes, it could be possible. Yes, that's right. So we can say like, hey, let's discuss the topic of the project, or let's discuss about the results of the survey. Okay. In that case, it's like to just talk about talk about something talk about something, okay, just to exchange ideas, exchange opinions in order to, okay, in order to I don't know, to find a good result. Debate, not necessarily we can this is more for related to do something. Okay, give me a second, please. I need to connect. The laptop is running out of battery. Um, okay, where is it? Yeah, now it's better. Okay, again, discuss is just to talk about a topic. It's just to talk about a topic, just to exchange ideas or opinions. Okay, that's number one. Number two, it could be like a debate, but this is not like a confront, like a very confrontational debate. Huh? This is more to talk about, to analyze something. Hey, let's discuss what the problem is. Let's discuss about the problem is. Let's analyze why we are having this problem. Okay, that is what relates means to. Okay. Um. Now, how could you say in Spanish? Is very similar. Huh? In Spanish, is very similar. But again, this is just to think about a topic. Maybe if you have a problem, if you want to find solutions, or if you want to think about something else, you can discuss about a topic. Okay, you have to analyze about it with other people. In the other case, we have discutir, okay, or pelear. What is the meaning of that, guys? If we have an argument with somebody else, okay, what is in this case the other word? We're going to use here this verb, argue. Okay, to argue with someone is to have a verbal fight. Yes, you can also say fight. Yeah, it's possible to say fight, but fight is a little more general. We can talk about physical contact. But in the other case, we have here argue, argue. Okay, argue is to have a verbal fight with somebody. Okay, if you don't like someone, or if you don't like what this person is saying, and you are a very temperamental person, and maybe both of you are very temperamental, you may have an argument. Okay, you will start arguing. This is very common in the case of when we have a disagreement. Yes, I remember my mom when we take the bus, and maybe that the driver said, "No, it's 1 sol and 50 cents," and she said, "No, I always pay 1 sol." 1 sol, and then they will start like arguing, like, "Hey, no, you're an abusive person. I've always paid 1 sol, and I'm not going to pay anything more." And the driver says, "No, you have to pay because these are the rules. These are the prices." So we have like this in this case an argument. Okay, an argument. We have arguments when we have a disagreement. Okay, when we have a disagreement. And both people are moody or temperamental, or you are angry. Okay, and when you're angry, you start arguing. Okay, in the other case, we have discuss. Discuss is just to analyze a topic, to discuss, to debate, or to talk about a specific topic, to find a solution, to, okay, in this case, to reach an agreement or something like that. Okay, guys, I want you to, in this case, write sentences using discuss and argue, please. Okay, let's see what we have here. And let's see if you have a clear view about these two words. Okay, we have discuss and argue. She discussed with her father about which university she will go, or she would go. Okay, yes, very good sentence. Very good sentence. Don't agree on some topic. Yes, exactly. I heard my neighbors I heard my neighbors were discussing for nothing last night. What a shame. No, that's not the words in this case, Nessa. The Nessa is argue. Okay, I heard my neighbors were arguing. Okay, for nothing. Okay, we can use that too. They discussed very peacefully, sorry, about why they argued last week. Very good. I am angry. I'm not angry. I'm not angry. I'm hungry. Okay. The teacher discussed the AI. Okay, we had a discussion. We can say now, hey, we had a discussion about AIs. Yes, artificial intelligence. Yes, we can have a discussion about the artificial intelligence, how that how can that or how it can help, no? How it can help other people. Yes. I discussed with my friend when we disagree, when we disagree in something. Yes. I discuss with my friends. No, I argue with my friends. With my friend, Lina. I like to discuss this topic. My son and I argue last night. Okay. But in that case, it's more like if you're talking about something in the past, maybe we can say, my son and I had an argument last night. I discussed the topic with my boss. Very good. They discussed about the project. They discussed about the topic of the project, or maybe because this is very general, they discussed about the results of the project. Yes, they talked about the correct plan of the project. What else? I'm not going to discuss this with anyone because I'm not sure if I want it. Very good. With There argue treated to compound the world, and at the end nothing. Um, I it's not clear. Okay, they treat to compound the world. They treat to save the world. We were discussing, in that case, we say we were discussing about how to save the world. Okay, we were discussing how to save the world, how to fix the world. And we had nothing. Have a discussion about something good. I I discussed with my husband about my son's behavior. Very good. Yes, I overheard that some customers had an argument last for the last close on sale. Okay, very good. But they have an argument. Had an argument. I really like this one. I always learn. Okay, Rose, thank you. Thank you very much. They were arguing about how to make the best way possible to get a better profit. Okay, or to have a higher profit. Great, guys. Let's continue with the dictation. Listen and write, guys. They sat down to discuss about the project. They sat down to discuss about the project. Listen and write, guys. They sat down to discuss about the project. They sat down to discuss about the project. Okay. They sat down to discuss about the project. They sat down to discuss about the project, guys. Remember not to copy, guys, not to copy. The idea is that you can evaluate yourself if you can understand the sentence. They sat down to discuss about the project. If you understand just the half of the sentence, write the half of the sentence. Okay. They sat down to discuss about the project. Okay. I'm gonna give you two more opportunities. They sat down to discuss about the project. Very good. They sat down to discuss about the project. Very good. Well, guys, let's write it down, okay? Let's write it down. Let's write it down. In this case, we have here the sentence. Okay. They sat down to discuss, right? Remember, sit down, simple past, sat. Okay. What does discuss mean in this case, guys? What does discuss mean in this case? Discuss. What does it mean, guys? Discuss. Okay, in this case, maybe they sit down together, no? They talking. Maybe we can get more information here, no? They sat down to discuss about the future of the project. Now we can give more information here. They sat down to discuss about the results, the advancement of the project, the I don't know um the future plans for the project. Okay, so we can give more information, but in this case, it's to analyze together, no? And then we can say like, hey, what do you think about the project? What do you think? What else do you think we should do? So we are just in this case analyzing it. Okay, the destiny of the project. Okay, great, guys. Let's continue. Um, in this case, guys, I want you to tell me, because this is very easy. What does this mean? Okay. Discuss the risks, findings into the yes, discuss the risks, discuss the findings. Yeah, very good one. Very good one. Dinner. What does dinner mean? For some people, dinner is the most important meal. Well, in my opinion, now, I don't think. Okay, Nessa, thank you. Thank you so much for that. In my opinion, I don't consider this case um, dinner like the most important meal, no? For me, the most important meal is breakfast. Okay, breakfast or lunch to dinner for me is like the least the least important dinner, the least important meal. Unless, okay, it's like an special occasion, right? I don't know, maybe like a birthday dinner or a dinner with a date. Yes, obviously, an anniversary dinner is very, very important, right? But in general, dinner is not very important. For in this case, like it is like the least important. Okay, next one. How do you say dinero, guys? How do you say dinero? That one is very easy, guys. Money, yes, money. Great. Very good. So we have dinner and money. Yes, we have dinner and money. Let's go with the next sentence, guys. Let's go with the next sentence. Okay, give me some sentences using dinner and money. Dinner and money, guys. These are two very basic words. Very, very basic words. Give me some sentences using, in this case, very good. Waiter, can you make dinner for two people, please? Yeah, but it is not very common to say something like that. It's not very normal to say that. Like when we say a table for four people. But we are four, no? We are four people. Is dinner still available? No? My husband and I and my husband had a dinner for our anniversary. I had a beautiful, a romantic dinner. Yes, you can add something like that. My husband and I would recommend you to write that better. Okay, I don't carry money. Okay, we needed a lot of money to pay that beautiful dinner. Great. My didn't cost me much money. May I have the checklist? Yes. Very good. I don't have, okay, what does it says? I don't have too much money. Okay. I don't have. I don't have. But I have enough for living. I told you to save money. I told you you have to save money. Or I told you to save money. I told you you should save money. I bet, letter T, I bet all my money in a good, what? I make dinner tonight. I'll make dinner. I'll make dinner. Or maybe you can say, I'm making dinner tonight. I'll make dinner tonight. I need money to buy my dinner. Okay. We need money to buy some groceries for dinner. I ate dinner with my kids. I don't have money to buy food. Do you have some money to buy for the dinner? Do you have some money to buy for dinner? Okay, my husband and I had a romantic dinner. Yes, that's right. Romantic and elegant, and beautiful. Yes, something like that too. Next sentence, guys. Dictation. Dictation. Let's see. Mm, okay. Let's see. Dinner is served at 7 a.m. at 7 p.m. Dinner is served. Sorry. Dinner is served at 7 p.m. Or dinner is served at 7 p.m. Obviously. Dinner is served at 7. Okay, I make dinner and I make the dinner and it costs me not much money. Okay. I can withdraw the money with my only withdraw. I can withdraw the money with my credit card, with my bank account, in my bank account, from my bank account. I can withdraw the money from my bank account. Today, I don't have too much, I don't have too much money for my dinner. Okay. I don't have, I don't have. Okay, dinner is served at 7. Yes, dinner is served at 7. Very good. Very good. Dinner is served. Okay, dinner served at 7. Great. Very good. Very good, guys. Very good. Okay, guys. And do you want to continue the class? Please, blue hearts in the chat. Remember to put blue hearts in the chat. Blue hearts emojis in the chat, please. Okay, Kenya, thank you. I'm sorry I didn't listen to your comments. Okay. Okay. Jay, hello. How are you doing? Thank you very much. I'm really sorry I couldn't read your comments, guys. I'm really sorry. Okay. But you were participating a lot. That's something very, very important. Great. Yes, because I wasn't reading your comments because the window of the comments was covered with another window. Sorry, guys, but now I'm listening to you. Okay, blue hearts in the chat. Blue hearts in the chat. Okay, guys, remember that today we have this group classes. We have the group classes that are going to start on April, guys. April 2nd. Yes, remember that we have 4 levels. We have elementary level, we have basic level, we have, in this case, intermediate level, and we have speaking classes. Okay, we have these 4 groups. So what you have to remember here is that these classes are going to start next Wednesday. Now, what is the schedule? Listen and remember that this is based, or this is in this case with Peru's time or New York City time. Okay, so in the case of elementary classes, they start at 4:30. 4:30. Okay, 4:30. In the next case, we have the basic classes at 5:15. 5:15. In the case of intermediate classes, 6:45, 6:45, and the speaking classes at 8:30. Okay, these are like the four schedules. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 3 days a week for 3 weeks. In this case, 12 classes in total. Each class is 1 hour long. Okay, 1 hour long. Now, let's talk about the prices. If you want to join this, okay, this is just one payment for all the month. Okay, for all the month. In the case of Peru, if you are a Peruvian student, in this case, that the price is 120 soles. Okay, 120, just one payment. Okay, all of that. In the second part, we have here, I never saw our comments, and he never saw a comment. Sorry, Kenny. In the other part, if you're from other country, it price is $40. Okay, dollars 40 in this case, and Peru 120 soles. If you want to join the classes, okay, remember to go to my personal website, teacherenlinea.com. That's the name of the website. Let's write it here. Okay. Oh, teacher en línea. Teacherenlinea.com. In this case, a group classes section. Go there and you will find the link to register. Okay, it will send me to my personal WhatsApp and we can discuss about how you can do with that. In this case, with the payment and with the rest of the things. Okay, or maybe you can send me here. Here we have a link, an emoji, okay? Emoji for a direct message. You can send me a message there too. Or in the other case, you can send me a message to my personal WhatsApp, okay? This is my personal WhatsApp. If you want to, okay, 92, 48, 4. Okay, so you will find a lot of information there. If you want to join the group classes, yes, you know, if there is some information that you need, you can text me here or go here and you will find all the information there. Okay, so that's all that we have here in this case for the commercial time. Let's finish. We have just one more word, and the word that we're gonna do is in this case this one. In this case is here bland. Guys, what does bland mean? Okay, what does bland mean? Okay, great. Don't forget to practice the pronunciation of vocabulary on the weekends. Yeah, very good. Don't forget to do that. What does you can see what this the word? Can you can see the board? What is something that you can see? Okay, so I'm interested in your classes. Do you do a test for determining my English level? Yes, Elena, you can text me and we'll see what's your English level and what it would be like the best group for you. Let's see, we are here to learn. Very good. Okay, great. I have to leave. Okay, don't worry. Send. Okay, I am blocked. My block. Why? Send. Yes. Guys, in this case, blend. We're talking about something. If we're talking about food, okay, food, we're talking about like, in this case, food or dishes that doesn't have very strong flavor. Yes, or maybe they don't have salt or other condiments. In that case, we can call bland. In some cases, tasteless, okay, tasteless food, or food that doesn't have enough, isn't enough salty or isn't enough sweet, or sorry, isn't sweet enough or isn't salty enough. Sorry. Okay, so in that case, we have here bland. Now, what else? What else? If we're talking about maybe about entertainment, this is something very common too. Okay, we can call something that is boring or is not very interesting. Maybe you can say, no, okay, the class was bland, or this book was bland. It's like it wasn't very interesting. Yes, you can use this to evaluate something. Okay, that is that wasn't very good, or it wasn't very interesting for you. Okay, so we have these two meanings related to food. This is like the main meaning, and the other one is related to entertainment. Guys, maybe you can say, "Oh, that video, your video is bland. You don't have enough information. You don't have any important information. You should use more, I don't know, more effects, or you should include more, more helpful or useful information there." Yes, in that case, you can use bland too. Guys, how do you say blando in English? Blando. Okay. How would you say blando in English? Okay. How would you say that? Oh, this is soft. Yes, very good. That's the word, okay? We have something that is bland. It doesn't have, it isn't tasty. Okay, it is tasteless. And then we have here soft. Okay, let's continue or let's finish, guys, with the last sentence. Okay, the last sentence. Let's go. In this case, it is. Mm-hmm. This movie is bland and predictable. This movie is bland and predictable. This movie is bland and predictable. Yes, Sarita, very good. Very good. Ish, soft, suave, very good. Bland. Okay. This movie is bland and predictable. This movie is bland and predictable. I'm not talking any specific movies, guys. Okay. But there are some movies that are very interesting that you are like, oh my God, what is going to happen next? Like you're paying attention. You always say, oh, I want to know what is going to happen next, right? But there are other movies that are very boring. No? This movie, like in this case, no, this movie is bland and predictable. This movie is bland and predictable. Me leías. Sarita, sorry. Sorry. Okay. Very good. Let's write it down, guys. Let's write it down. Okay. This movie is bland and predictable. Okay. That's in this case what we have here. This movie is bland and predictable. Okay, the food is bland. Yes, exactly. Okay, so in this case, bland means like something that is uninteresting, no? Or not very interesting. It's boring. It doesn't have too many suspense or like something that could be like very engaging. Yes. Well, that's in this case what we have for this class, guys. We're going to finish. I have to leave now because I have to have lunch. I start classes at 2 p.m. today. So I have like 20 minutes to have lunch and then I'll start in this case um with my classes. Well, thank you very much for being here, guys. I'm really happy to have you here. Remember to watch that repetition of the class if you have arrived at this moment or recently. You can go to the website, okay, teacherenlinea.com, and you will find all the information. If you want to, in this case, join the group classes. Text me to my personal WhatsApp or go to teacherenlinea.com. You will find all the information related to the prices, to the schedules, the times each class or each group starts. Well, see you on Monday. Well, tomorrow, maybe Sunday, we'll have classes too. I'm not sure yet. But yes, maybe on Sunday we'll have a reading class. We'll see. We'll see. It's not 100% confirmed. Okay, guys, see you around.